Anything.
There.
Okay.
Yay.
All right. All right. Great. Okay. So tax write-offs and what most people miss. So most people this time of year, we get to this few weeks before tax season, before the tax deadline, and people start to panic. But most people don't have a tax problem. They have a guessing problem. And because we don't track things consistently and regularly, there's, they spend all this time close to tax time guessing on what they can actually write off and what they can't. So they're either not getting all of their write-offs or they're writing things off the wrong way. And both of those can cost you money in the end. So what a write-off actually is. A write-off is not free money. It simply reduces the amount of income that you're taxed on. And people often get this confused because they think like, oh, I'm going to, write this off and I'm going to buy something. I'm going to get to write this off on my tax return, but you're still spending that money. So it's not free and it's not dollar for dollar what you're getting to write off. So a lot of people miss the part of you can only write off the business portion of your expense, not the entire thing, unless it's something that you use 100% for business. So common write-offs, and these are some of the ones that I get asked about all the time. Your phone, your internet, your car, your home office, courses, software, and subscriptions. And yes, all of these can be written off, but there are exceptions to every single one of them. And it really depends on how you use them and how you track them. So again, people hear that things can be written off and then they just start guessing. I use my phone for business, so I'm going to write the whole thing off. I work from home, so I'll just write off my rent. And that's where some of the problems start, because you oftentimes, these are those gray area expenses where you often have to figure out the portion of these expenses that you're using for your business, and you're not allowed to write off the whole amount. So people mess this up because they're usually doing one of these things. They're guessing on the percentage, like the amount of the usage. They're not tracking consistently, and they're mixing their personal and business money. Or again, they wait to the last minute and it's tax time and they're scrambling to get their numbers together and they're trying to figure it all out. And I don't know about you, but I can't remember what I spent last week, let alone last year. So this is one of the most stressful ways you can run your business, because now you're not confident in your numbers, and then you're just hoping that everything goes right at tax time. And this creates a lot of stress and chaos, and it can cost you money. There are so many expenses, like subscriptions is a huge one that I see people, they forget about subscriptions that they're paying for, or they forget about certain things that they've purchased for their business, and they don't count them as a write-off on their tax return. And that costs you money, because then the amount of money you're being taxed on is higher than if you had written off those expenses. So the truth that nobody talks about, and this is why I don't love answering write-off questions with a yes or no, because two people can ask me the exact same question and the answer can be completely different. Can I write this off? Again, it depends on your situation. And I know, Missy, like you had some questions earlier, and I couldn't give you guys a straight answer because I don't know all of the facts. I don't know enough about the situation to give you, an accurate answer. But it all comes down to how you're using it, how often, can it be considered personal, and are you tracking it properly? And all of this matters. So if you guess wrong, you're either leaving money on the table or you're creating a bigger problem later if you are ever audited by the IRS. And so you need to remember to try to shift your thinking. And instead of asking, can I write this off? Start asking, am I tracking this correctly for my business? And that one shift will change everything for you, because I know everybody wants, the biggest amount of write-offs that we can get so we don't have to pay taxes. But in the end, if you're doing it wrong and you're ever audited, the IRS doesn't care. And not only will you need to pay taxes on the money that you missed, you need to pay them back, but you're also going to be charged penalties and interest on those things as well. So if you're sitting there thinking, okay, but how do I know if I'm doing this right? Well, this is why I created my bookkeeping office hours. And this is where you can bring your numbers, your spreadsheet, your expenses, and I can help you drill down and actually take a look at your numbers, go over everything with you, and make sure that you're doing it correctly. Because the goal isn't to just learn this stuff, it's to know that you're doing it right and that you're not going to be in trouble down the road. So you don't need more information, you need clarity and confidence. And we need to stop guessing at our numbers. So again, if you want me to personally help you clean this up, you can come and join me inside my office hours. And that's where we're actually going to get down and do this together. So I just want, I want to help you guys. I want to make sure that you're doing this right and it's not going to create problems for you later. So in launching my office hours, I am running a promotion right now for the first 25 founding members that join. It's going to be $27 a month. And if you invite 5 people or refer 5 people, then I will give you lifetime access for free. There are going to be 1 monthly training in there that the general community isn't going to get. There's also going to be 1 monthly office hours call in there where we're going to actually go over your spreadsheet, go over your numbers, get all of your questions answered. So that way at tax time, there's nothing left to do. You take your P&L and you either hand it off to your CPA or your accountant, or you plug the stuff into your tax software yourself. So anybody that is looking to, did I lose you guys? There you are. Oh, I thought I lost you. Anybody that is looking to join now before April 15th, you're going to get a 30-minute one-on-one with me for me to go over your tax numbers with you, your tax return, if you're doing it yourself using a software, so we can make sure that all your stuff gets done before tax time. And when you join that, if you don't have my spreadsheet system already, that is included with the office hours. So I also have, I'll drop that in the community afterwards, but I also have a list of the top 20 tax write-offs for online entrepreneurs. So if you don't have that yet, I will attach that inside. Can you show details? What details, Lori? Oh, she's gone, isn't she?
No, she's there.
Where? Oh, there she is. All right, hold on.
Hey, Kim. I just logged in late, so I missed a lot of your details. All I
Oh,
heard was
okay.
one-on-one office hours, so I was looking for a slide or something to explain what you're discussing. I didn't hear cost, anything like that, so I didn't know if you had something summarized.
Okay. So, I can just tell you again real quick. I launched my bookkeeping office hours inside the community, and it's going to be a private group. Um, and for the first 25 members, it's going to be $27 a month. If you refer 5 people, it will be free to you for life. It includes the Money Made Simple spreadsheet and all the freebies that come with it, all the video training and the 3-day workshop replays. You get a free 30-minute one-on-one call with me to go over your tax numbers. Since we're so close to that April 15th deadline, I want to help everybody, make sure that they have their numbers for tax purposes. And what else did I say?
You had mentioned that there's going to be one call.
Oh,
It
yes.
sounds
Yep. Yep. So you'll get one call a month for where you come, you bring your spreadsheet, you bring your numbers, you can ask all your questions. We'll make sure every month your monthly stuff is reconciled and all together for year end. And then there'll be one private training in there a month that only those people will get. Like it won't be open to the community. So it'll be something based around your numbers, business setup, the foundations of setting up your business and money. And we'll also do like some money mindset stuff in there, and just ways to look at your money differently. And, I want to help people to start setting stuff up for retirement. But we're going to have some guest speakers about how to pay your kids or your grandkids and use that as tax write-offs. I plan on having a gal come in and just speak mostly to women. She works mostly with women, but she just talks about being over 40 and planning for retirement and planning how you look at your money, how you're saving your money, um, things to stop doing, that money that we spend frivolously, that we could be saving towards other things. And um so she has a really good mindset and a good plan for money over 40, which I know I can always use help with that. So, but the
that
biggest
last
thing is
point
like,
hits hard.
yeah, yeah. The biggest thing is getting you guys set up and ready to file your taxes, making sure you have your tax numbers correct. That's really, like, right now, that's the focus. We're just a few weeks away from April 15th. So
What
do you
if we,
guys, oh, go ahead.
sorry, I was going to say, what if we've already filed
Oh,
and
well,
we're,
you've already filed. Good for
Mhm.
you. Good for you.
Yeah,
Um,
I hate this time of year, so I just get it done. I
get
just
it
pull the
done.
Band-Aid off.
Okay. All right. Good for you. Because I think you're ahead of every single one of us on this call. um, I mean, I can still, take a look at what you've got for this year so far.
Oh, okay.
Um, you know, let's make sure that we're tracking things correctly for 2026. So that way at the end, like January hits, by the
Yeah.
end of January, you should be able to file next year for this year, no problem. Right?
Okay.
Everything will already be done and you'll know your numbers. And if we're just keeping up on it monthly and
Mhm.
reconciling things out monthly, then, there shouldn't have any questions at the end of the year. It should be all ticked and tied and ready to go.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anybody else have questions?
I guess I have a question. Okay. We have most of our stuff in QuickBooks. Will you answer QuickBook questions during those office hours? If I'm like, hey, how do I
Sure,
do this thing? Okay.
sure.
And then I had another question, but if that's okay to ask two questions in a row, or
Yeah,
if you want me to
yeah,
give other
of
people time.
course. Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
Um, my husband just went on a business trip to Atlanta for networking stuff.
Mhm.
100% business, no other reason to be in Atlanta. We don't have any friends there, just this networking event, conference thing. And so he's come back with all kinds of interesting charges from that. But one of them, most of it I think I've got sorted out, but one of them is there's a valet charge. And so looking up online, they were assuming it was valet at a restaurant. And so they're saying, okay, meals are 50%, so the valet is 50%. Um, I should ask him exactly what was going on with the valet charge. But suppose you had a situation, it's not a meal, like maybe he had the valet and then he went into the conference or something. Would that maybe be 100%, but then it's 50% if it's for a meal, something like that?
Are you
Uh-oh.
thinking it's 50% for a meal?
Um, Writing off a meal as tax deductible, but maybe that's different because it's traveling though. It's not like a meal for some other reason.
Right. So when you're
Okay. Well, I guess
traveling,
just when I Googled it online, that was like the first thing that came up. Oh, valet is 50%. And so that's where I'm getting that from, I guess.
okay. Um, I mean, valet, it's parking. So, I mean, I would say it's 100% write off,
Okay.
regardless of what it's for. And when you
Okay.
are traveling strictly for business, your meals are 100% write off.
Okay.
Um, I, you know, I either create a separate category, like travel and then meals, like a
Mm-hmm.
subcategory of travel, if you want to break out the meal expense. But to me, that's all part of traveling, or like
Okay.
if you're putting it towards whatever, what did he go for?
It was like a conference. It was
A
supposed to be
conference.
about grant writing, but it was really more networking. But yeah, so it was just for this conference, no personal reasons.
Yeah, so I would put it towards either like conference expenses, or I don't know how broken down you want it to be. If
Mm-hmm.
you have like a general conference expense, put it all under that. Um
Okay.
and if you want to
I
break
can,
it out, I would
yeah.
say that the meals, travel meals though, so
Okay.
there's a difference between regular 50% off meals and 100% off meals.
Okay. Yeah. I think I have separate categories for that. I'll double check. But yeah, it just, when I
Yeah,
Googled it, it initially said valet 50%. And I'm like, yeah. So, okay.
yeah. I would write it all off. It's parking.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Kim, I have a question related to her question.
Okay.
Um, so for travel stuff, when we're documenting it, should we document it by event or by trip, or should it just be like one big travel, say, spreadsheet, and it says meals, and it's for all your business meals for the whole year? That sounds like it's not right to me.
I would, so, like an example, like if you took a friend out to lunch and then wanted to talk to them like about business, right? About joining Legacy or your community or something. Um, and that's what the lunch was for.
Mhm.
Typically that would be 50% off. Like, or that would be 50%. If you're traveling, it's 100%. And I wouldn't break it out by like, I wouldn't put like mastermind travel or, you know, community builders travel. Like, I wouldn't do it like that. I
Okay.
would just basically, if you want to break it out like that, put that part in the memo so you know what it is and it's there if you're ever questioned,
Mm,
right? Just put that
okay.
in the memo. But I don't know, I wouldn't break out separate travel categories.
Okay.
Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can.
Missy, did you want to give me a little bit more information on you guys' question?
You can go with Debbie because she's had her hand raised if you want to.
Oh, you can go ahead,
sorry.
Missy. I'll go after you since you're on. Thank you for
Oh, okay,
noticing.
Debbie, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. We have our digital business, we have a brick and mortar, and then we have our personal. Our digital business, we started in March of 25. We've only had one sale, but we have had a lot more expenses, with this and that. So do you think it is necessary to put our digital business on our 25 tax return, or should I wait and do it for 26?
So the correct answer is it should go in the year that you started it, especially because you started in March.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you had just started in like November or December, sometimes people will kick that into the next year, but you're supposed to file within the same year that that business stuff occurred. And it's okay if you have a loss, like you have startup costs for a business, right? You're allowed to have a loss for a few years before they're going to say, okay, this isn't really a business. It looks more like a hobby because you're spending all this money, but you're not making any, you know? And you have a brick and mortar, right? You said.
Yes.
So do you guys take paychecks from that? Like, do you actually get a salary from that company?
We did. We
Okay.
did, but we just sold. We just sold the 19th of March. So we
Congratulations.
well, thank you. We're heading into retirement. So that
Mhm.
was the part that consumed 80% of our time.
So then so all of this, so your LLC, you're not filing as an S corp, correct?
Right.
Okay.
We're not.
Okay. So then that LLC, you're still filing a Schedule C for, and you just sold it. So you're going to have big gains from that. Take all your write-offs now. That's going to lessen the amount of money that you pay taxes on in the end, because an LLC is a Schedule C. Your online business is a Schedule C, which all rolls into your personal. You're paying it personally anyways. So I would say take all of your expenses, write it off, and it's going to help you reduce that tax liability on the sale of your LLC.
Okay. Even though we hadn't got the digital in LLC, we hadn't put that over in there.
Nope, it doesn't matter because
Does it matter?
everything flows into your personal. Unless
Yeah.
you're a corporation, then you do a corporate file. But everything flows into your personal. If you're a single or a sole proprietor, and if you're an LLC, it's the same Schedule C that you're filing, one for each.
Okay.
So you're going to create a Schedule C for the LLC. You're going to create a Schedule C for the digital.
Okay.
But it all rolls into your personal. And at the end of the day, you guys are personally paying taxes on all of it. So yeah, it's going to reduce your taxable income. Definitely claim that all this year or for 2025.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, Debbie, sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. I also jumped in late, just got overlooked the time, but so thank you for repeating the what you are offering. So a couple questions is, where do we get your affiliate for the $27 monthly fee for what you're offering? And then second, once you purchase that, you do get, if I understand correctly, you do get the spreadsheet.
Yes, you'll get the whole spreadsheet system. You'll get the training, the video training library, and you'll get the replays of the 3-day workshop that I did where I went through the spreadsheet and write off step by step and shows you how to use everything.
Awesome. Awesome. I was so excited about this. I saw you in another community and I got the tail end of that. And I was like, oh gosh, how do I find her? And I don't remember her name. And so I'm glad that I'm here and I was able to find you. So I am definitely interested. I just retired this year and I've always done my own taxes, but I think this year I definitely want to get some help because I'm with Legacy and I bought a lot of stuff in between this last year in 2025 and 2024 and have never used any write-offs for the things that I've purchased. So I think you
Okay.
touched a little bit as far as, whatever you should do it by that year. Um,
Yes, but
if you can carry
I
over
mean,
at least 3,
yeah, I would, if you purchased in 2024, did you make income in 2024 from it?
just one cell in
And you
2024.
never claimed that on your taxes?
I think I did. I included
Okay.
the cell, but just I'm talking about like just merchandise that I bought since then to, help me grow, which it's lighting and, stuff like that, just
Yeah.
accessories really, basically.
Okay.
But yeah, so I did claim the 1099 on the sale. So I did pay for those taxes, but that's the only
Okay.
thing.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. And as far as the affiliate link goes, if you just go to um, the settings under your picture, it'll give you your affiliate link for my community. And if you refer people with that, is that what you're talking about? Like to refer people?
No, not to refer people. I know how to do
Oh, okay.
that, but thank you for repeating that so I can go ahead and jot that down as well. But I'm saying to get your spreadsheet video training replays and workshops and all that.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So,
interested in.
okay. So if you go into the classroom,
Hmm.
there's 2 separate modules. There's one to join the monthly bookkeeping office hours, which is where you'll get, if you join the office hours, you'll get the spreadsheet and all that comes with it.
Okay.
Or if you just want the spreadsheet, there is a module for that in there too. And that's a one-off for $27 as well.
Okay. But that would be just the spreadsheet, not the video training and replays and so forth.
Well, the video trainings, yes, that has the video trainings in it, and that has the one workshop in it with the replays.
For the 27 price.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and the office hours is $27 a month
A month, right.
for the first 25 people that get in.
Mhm.
And it includes that module with the spreadsheet and all the video trainings.
Got you. Okay.
Does
Thank
that
you.
make sense?
Yeah, so it's 2 separate things. And I was thanks for the clarification because I was under the impression originally that it was just one, which is the classroom monthly office hours. But when I heard you give the training on a different community, then my memory was just the other one, the one time 27 for the spreadsheet and
Yes.
video
And that's because
trainings.
I just launched the office hours. Like I'm just
Okay.
starting to do the office hours.
Okay,
Um,
that could be the reason why, because I'm like, I don't remember her mentioning the office hours, but just,
right. Yeah, I
yeah.
didn't. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's
All right.
why.
Great.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, are you ready?
Mhm.
Let's go. It's my
All right.
problem, child.
All right. I'll give you the question, then I'll give you the quick backstory. The question is,
Okay.
I'm not sure if I should be filing my business taxes this year. The backstory is in 2024 and for 2025, my son claimed me because I didn't have any business income or personal income. Okay. Now of course, with Legacy, I do have my expenses because I got my website fee and then,
Mhm.
the internet and little things like that.
Yep.
But I was thinking, do I really need to file a business this year? because I'm not filing a personal because he already claimed me and I didn't have any income. So it's like, but when I asked my buddy Chat, my buddy, he came back and said, in order to keep in order to maintain the expenses, because I've always had, I've not had any profits like in 3 years, right? So I've not made any money. I've not made, I don't, what do you call it? I've just shown a loss basically over the
Yes.
last couple years. So it's like, in order to maintain that loss, because I guess it carries through every year, then I want to make sure I file a business this year. So now I'm like, but I don't have
So
any
if-
income.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a little difficult if somebody else is claiming you, but, there is a question, if you're doing it yourself, there's a question as you walk through like the tax softwares that
Yep.
will ask you, can somebody else claim you?
Yes, yes,
And you have to answer yes.
yes, which is what I did last year. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would do the same thing.
Okay.
And you're saying file a business, but again, sole proprietor, it's going under your own social security number, right? So
Yeah.
when, again, you're going to get questions like, do you have income? No, but it'll ask you, did you start a business? You're going to say yes. And it'll walk you through everything. And that's where you'll be able to put your expenses in.
So even that, well, I didn't start a business. I mean, I'm just continuing my business because I started Legacy in 2024, and I also have 2 direct sale companies that I'm still working.
Okay, so then,
But
yeah,
I've just not made any money. I think with one of my direct marketing or direct sales, I only made like $40 for the whole year
mhm.
because I kind of stopped doing it. I was trying to do Legacy. So it's
Yeah.
like,
I would put in whatever you have,
okay.
whether it's
Okay.
expenses or $40, like put in whatever you have.
Okay.
I mean, you're obviously not going to owe anything, but if you want to keep pushing that forward, that loss forward, so that way when you do start making money, you have that to take off of your tax bill, right?
See, and that's kind of what Chat was explaining. It's because
Yeah.
it, like my depreciation for my computer I bought like 3 years ago, it's still moving through the whole program basically,
Right.
'cause taking a
Yep.
percentage of it each year. So I'm like, oh, that
Yep.
makes sense. But gosh, that's
Yep.
a lot of work.
It's not really if you do it monthly. If you do it monthly.
No, I mean just going through the stupid tax program.
Oh, well,
That's where I'm at. So yeah. So yeah,
So-
absolutely. Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure my thinking, like, yeah, I do kind of do need to get filed, was valid.
Yeah,
Because
would
it's
continue.
Chat.
if you've been doing it, I would continue doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And just pray for my company just to take off.
Yeah, and this year you'll make
Yeah.
all this money,
Yeah.
and then you'll have those write-offs against this year's money.
Cool.
It's perfect.
Do you think, because now I don't know this, but they say if you've had 3 years of a loss, your risk of audit increases?
Um,
Do you know anything
I
about
wouldn't say that your risk of audit increases. It's typically like 3 to 5 years if they're not seeing any income, but you keep writing off all these large expenses. So I can tell you, like,
okay.
there's a threshold. If you're not really making any money, there's about a $5,000 threshold that you want to stay under with expenses.
Oh, for the year?
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't even come even close to that for this
But if
year.
you
I
had
was
a
all
sale
I
or
had was
two-
basically just my website, and I
Yeah.
think one of my direct companies is like a $25 annual fee or something like that. So it's like,
Yeah, then definitely put that in there.
okay,
Yeah.
because it'll be small, but at least I'm staying on the books, basically.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, got it.
And then, like I said, it's usually 3 to 5 years where they're saying like, okay, this looks more like a hobby rather than a business. And like, you shouldn't write it off anymore unless you
Got
start
it.
making.
Yeah. Well, it actually gave me a list of things I need to make sure I keep my records on, so in case I am audited. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
So it was like,
Yep.
But then what about or do you know, because usually I've been using H&R Block and they charge like $150 for your business filing. Do you know of any other ones that are much cheaper?
Not really. TurboTax is more than that this year. TurboTax is expensive.
Yeah. I had used them, switched to H&R Block, and now I'm like, it's just a schedule. See, that's all I need is a small schedule.
There are a couple of other ones. Tax Slayer is one.
Oh, I've heard of them.
Free Tax USA is another one. And that one usually gives you your state return for free, but then you have to pay for federal. So I don't know what that one costs.
Okay, I'll check that one. Yeah.
Free Tax USA is one. Tax Slayer, TurboTax. I don't know. Those are the ones that I mostly know of.
Okay, awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome. Anybody else?
Can we ask on here if anybody else has tried downloading your spreadsheet
Oh.
to an iPad?
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Donna has an iPad and she has a spreadsheet and she tried to download the spreadsheet to the iPad and it's like lost. We can't seem to figure out where it is or how to find it.
Is that a Google spreadsheet?
Mhm.
You have to on your iPad, you have to download the Google spreadsheet app.
Oh, I didn't know there was such a thing.
Yeah, each of the Google things, because usually when you just go to Google, here's a spreadsheet. But with your mobile, you have to download basically, I've noticed you have to download each little thing because you have your Google app, but then you also have to get all the little things.
Okay, so then you might have to download like Google Sheets.
And then try doing it again.
I
think didn't we do that though, Tracy? That night when you were with me, because I've got Google Sheets on my iPad now. But then it was still only view only. It won't let me. I'll try it.
You're not able to edit the spreadsheet? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't have any. Yeah, I can't do anything with it. It's just like view only.
Do you have Google account?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say check to make sure of what email you're using, because if a certain email has access to a document or sheet and you're accidentally logged in on a different email, it will say view only. I've run into that before. Hey, I don't have rights to this. Oh, I'm in the wrong email. So
That's
that
true.
could be an issue.
Okay.
Good point.
And then make sure you also have Google Drive. It's the one with the square
triangle, right?
Because, thank you. It's not a square.
Where it should, is that where it saves it?
It's like a square, but only a triangle.
A triangle. Good luck with the square. So then that's where all your Google Docs will be, whether it's a word, but whether it's the Google Sheets or the documents and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I think we looked for the Google Drive, right? We did.
It wasn't going in there, so maybe
I would try the email thing though too, because that happens to me a lot too.
Okay, so
it's like with so many emails, because my Gmail isn't for my business; it's for my personal. So I'm usually always on my business, signed in as my business. But when I go and look for a doc, I have to continue as my Gmail account. So they're very picky. Does that make sense? It looks like I just confused you.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that because. So you're saying I would need to be in my Gmail account, which is I wouldn't have hardly ever open up my business account on my. I don't think. I think I would be on my Gmail.
Okay.
And you could just
Perfect.
try signing out and then just signing back in again.
That
Yeah.
always helps. Reboot.
Or turn your
Reboot.
iPad off.
Yeah. I'll try all that. Let's see what. Try it again. So I've
Yep.
never had any trouble downloading anything else. And then, but this
Yeah.
one, yeah, we worked on it together for what, 30 minutes or more?
But that makes sense, the read-only thing, because of the, the email or whatever.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Kim,
Yes.
can I ask another question?
Sure.
Okay, are we supposed to get like a 1099 or something from Square? I think it was Square where I received my payment from selling that one program. Are
You
we
should be able to go in there. There should be a place where, like in your settings somewhere that say tax documents. And it should be in there. Nobody hard copy mails you these
Mm-mm.
documents anymore. You have to go into every single website that you have and download them yourself. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Missy,
I
I
would
will
say-
tell you
Thing.
there's a limit because when I sold mine last year, I have Stripe. I went in to look and there was like nothing. And then so when I think I Googled it or something, and each of the companies have a limit. So I didn't last year it was like 2,500. So because I didn't make over 2,500, they don't provide you the 1099.
Oh,
So I just made a
But-
note of it and wrote it down and claimed it anyway. Just
Yeah, because if you make over $600, you have to claim it.
mhm.
okay. Okay.
Anything over $600 from one company, you have to claim.
Okay. And so
Mhm.
that was okay, do I claim the whole 900 or just the 870 on what I received because Square charged the 30 for processing?
Oh, good question. Good question. You document the $900 sale under income. And then you take the Square fee and put that under an expense.
Ooh,
So
good
that's like-
question.
Oh,
That's like your merchant fees.
Yeah.
But you want to document the $900 and then take the fee out of it in your expenses.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to double check because I hadn't done digital before, so this is my first.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
We always want to capture the full amount and then as the income and then deduct the expenses in the right category.
Okay.
Yep.
And that category would be transaction fees. Is that how I would list that on my papers that I
Merchant fees.
send?
Merchant fees.
Merchant fees.
Yep. Credit card fees. I don't know, whatever you're going to remember. You may need to set up a category in the spreadsheet. I don't know if that is one of the categories in there or not.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I can't
I don't
think.
remember.
I don't think so.
I don't remember. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't have that pulled up to look at. I'm one of those, I believe in paper, so I do everything on a ledger and then I transfer everything into the document.
So bank fees are on there, but it's not a bank fee. So yeah, I would either add credit card fees or merchant fees. Oh, wait, there are merchant processing fees. Yep, it is there. I was gonna
It's
say that's a
there.
pretty standard one. I'm surprised that I didn't have that one on there, but it is. Merchant
Okay.
processing fees is what it should
Okay.
go under.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you, thank you, thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome. Anything else?
Anything else you think of?
I have one more. This is Debbie.
Okay.
Um, I believe and that on your last training that I saw you on, you mentioned that possibly you were talking to someone that you know who you were going to invite to possibly have your friend or do the taxes if she was available, but this was a very busy time. So, the answer might have been not this year or maybe in the future. Is there any more on that that you can touch on? Or did I misheard?
Nope, you heard correct. She's going to be also coming in and doing a training on how to pay your children or your grandchildren and use that as a tax deduction.
Right.
And she's also a CPA. So, she could do taxes and whatnot if you were looking for somebody like that, a CPA.
Because I believe you mentioned that she is familiar with the marketing end of, businesses.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I don't think I actually just sent her another message yesterday because I hadn't heard back from her. And I would say at this point, she's probably not going to be able to do taxes for this filing period.
Mhm.
I would expect I will get her in the community and get her to speak and talk to people probably a couple times throughout 2026. So that
Mhm.
way, if anybody wants to work with her next year for tax purposes, you
Right.
can.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I
You're
just
welcome.
figured since all the chat about taxes, TurboTax and
Yeah.
tax layer and free tax and all this, and I thought, well, wait a minute. I thought I remember you mentioning about asking someone.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And that's what I want. Like, I want to get somebody in that knows like a little bit more. I mean, I file taxes for LLCs and for myself. And okay, Nicole, thanks for jumping on. We'll see you later.
Thank you, Kim.
Hey, Kim,
Yes.
where is the link to join your $27 a month? I think you call it your office
Office hours. Yep.
office hours.
It's in the
office
classroom.
in the
There's
okay.
a module that says bookkeeping office hours. Yep. What was I saying?
I'm gonna go ahead and sign up for that.
Great. Awesome. Thank you.
I did
I
too.
can't wait to look at your stuff.
Look at your dirty laundry.
Oh my gosh. I need to hang it out to dry a little bit first.
Okay. All right.
Put some shouting out on it.
Now we're coming up to the end of Q1. So, we want to make sure we have Q1 at least entered and caught up. So we're not like,
Okay.
because you know how fast the year goes, right? I'm thinking like for me, especially, I'm like, okay, end of Q1. I'm like, oh my gosh, we haven't even got through tax stuff yet. And before I know it, like we're into Q2, Q3, it just goes so fast.
Oh.
So sorry, Debbie, she is going to, I'm hoping to get her in to talk to people a couple of times before the end of the year. I just, I haven't even been able to talk to her enough to even know like what her rates are or anything like
Yeah,
that.
no, that's
And
fair
that's
enough.
gonna,
Yeah,
and that's going to be a big thing because I don't like a lot of us, like we aren't making it, we aren't hitting it out of the park yet, right? We don't need to
right.
spend, it's just like the software, right? Like Nicole uses QuickBooks, but that's because they have several businesses and she was
Mhm.
using QuickBooks before they got into this whole online thing. But
Mhm.
like, I don't recommend for any of you guys on here, like, I wouldn't recommend going out and getting an expensive software yet. And,
Mhm.
QuickBooks, you used to be able to buy a disc for a couple $100
Right,
and use it
right.
forever.
Yeah.
And now you can't.
TurboTax too, and yeah.
Yeah, now it's all subscription based and it's expensive. So, that's why I built the spreadsheet because there's no need to spend that kind of money yet. You know what I mean? So
Well,
I
here's a
hope
real
that,
silly question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Since I have not filed my taxes,
okay,
and because I was pay a lot of money It's going to be a much more this year. Um, and I do want to use your spreadsheet for the write-offs. For any help is going to help this year. Um, and that was mainly what I wanted. I'm not sure whether the monthly office hours, is what I also need. And of course, I don't want to miss on an opportunity either for your first 25 people. So I'm just wondering, like, what is for a person like myself, you know, what is the value that you will be getting per month in that monthly subscription versus what I need right now, which is I need some help, a cheat sheet, if you will, to do my taxes. I mean, that's really, I guess, for me, being that tax season is here 1 month away, less than a month away.
So the office hours is going to be, like I said before, there's going to be one monthly call where we're going to dive in. You can share your screen, share your spreadsheet. We can look at your expenses. We can, you know, reconcile your bank, make sure you've captured everything. We're just going to touch on everything in depth to make sure that you're capturing all of your expenses and all of your income and that everything is tied out correctly.
Mhm.
Now, on that $27 spreadsheet, there are also tabs at the end that are not on the free spreadsheet, that some people got in the very first training I did. The tabs at the end is going to be a place where we calculate your home office expense and based on square footage. And it's going to be a place
Mhm.
where, you know, you can put stuff to ask my accountant during the month. There's a tab to track loans. There's a tab to track subcontractors. Say, you know, you get to a point where you're paying a VA,
Mhm.
and you have to 1099 them at the end of the year. There's a tab to start tracking that. There's just a bunch of stuff that we'll be going over in depth
Mhm.
that I'm not going to continue to do in depth inside the community. I mean, and like, I'm happy to help everybody, and answer questions, but there's just stuff more in depth. I'm putting a lot of time into,
Sure, there's a lot of value. I mean, you're getting a lot more value
yeah, a lot more value.
for your
And there's,
subscription.
like
So,
I said, there's going to be trainings, and I haven't decided yet, but probably like with this gal coming in to do tax stuff, it's going to be a training for everybody initially. But if she's going to go into more in-depth stuff, that's probably going to be in my office hours. That's going to be one of the other perks for people within the office hours, are those expert trainings that I have people coming in and doing, that is just going to add so much value, right,
mhm,
to
mhm.
the business side of things for you. And again, I will continue to answer questions in the community, but the in-depth stuff, the in-depth answers, if you want me to look at your stuff, if you want me to go in depth in answering your question, like, that's the stuff that I'm going to do inside the office hours.
Okay.
You know, you'll continue to get spreadsheet upgrades, you'll continue to get any freebies that I do, you know, lists or, um, you know, I don't know, checklists, different documents that I'll create. There's actually, with the spreadsheet now, there's a document in there on how to track like a 1099. It tells you which way to go. You get IRS cheat sheets. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that'll be coming up in there that, you know, and the fact, if you want me to actually sit with you and go over your numbers and look at your stuff, tell you where to put stuff. I'm a bookkeeper, like I have my own business, and you know, I charge people hundreds up to like
Oh,
$1,500 a
yeah.
month or more
I know
for
y'all are
bookkeeping.
expensive.
So there's nowhere on this planet you're going to get one-on-one, I say one-on-one, but group setting, right? For
Uh-huh.
$27 a month,
I
tax
know,
advice,
it's awesome.
bookkeeping advice. So
That's why
yeah,
when I
so
saw your name, it's like, oh no, I gotta find her. I gotta find her.
so that's some of the stuff that you'll get.
Okay.
And like I said, I'm not going to not answer questions in the community, but I'm not going to go into as much detail.
Okay.
I've got people like calling me on my personal cell phone, DMing me on TikTok, all this stuff. I'm like, okay. And again, I don't mind helping people. Like, I could talk about this stuff all day, which I know most of you are cringing over, but um it's time consuming, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and it shouldn't be free. It should be value. We pay for what we need, and value is comes with a price. And I think most of us will um, can relate to that and understand that. If we
Yeah.
need help, usually we want to go with the experts that know more than we do.
Yes. And that's why, like I said, I'll be bringing in people for a CPA or somebody that can do taxes if that's the route you want to go. Um, I'm also, like I said earlier, I don't know if you were on the call or not, Debbie, at that point, but I'm going to be bringing in somebody just to talk about money in general. And money after 40 looks way different for people than when we're younger, right?
Mhm.
How to save, how to like do an expense breakdown, like a budget. Not, I don't like the word budget, but how to track what you're spending, how to save accurately. And then I'm gonna have somebody come in and talk on retirement stuff as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Most people don't know the number they need for retirement.
Hmm.
Most of us are behind on saving for retirement.
Hmm.
And I mean, I think you can pretty much kiss Social Security goodbye.
Oh, I know. I know. I mean, I
So,
retired 5 years early, but um, if you ever need resources as well, I do have a financial planner, financial advisor team, and they do a lot of presentations in Washington. Um, so if you ever want to add on to your community, somebody to come in free to talk about whatever topics that having to do with long-term care, retirement, finances, just stuff that financial advisors do.
yep.
Let me know.
Awesome. Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Donna, do you have another question?
Yeah, just real quick. I know I went ahead and joined the community because I know I'm going to need ongoing help. But you mentioned in the beginning about the things like your phone and your office space and different things. And my husband has our appointment is coming up on Tuesday to finish up. Will I have time to talk with you one on one before that about all those things? Do you think?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I can make that happen.
Okay. All right. Then I won't. Yeah, because that's things he wanted me to ask about. Because
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we can make that happen.
Okay. Thanks.
I have a question.
Anna? Yeah.
So, oops, wrong computer. Going back to your friend that's coming in at the CPA,
Yes.
does she, just a couple questions. Is she one person or she have multiple people who work with her?
She has a team that work with her. So she has a CPA, like she has a business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And she knows the ins and outs of the digital marketing world and stuff like that?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And obviously you trust her.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because I do have a chance to, Michelle did give me the name of her accountant, and
Right.
I was going to reach out to him after tax time, but I kind of feel like he's on a bit bigger scale. You know what I mean? He's going to,
Multi-millions.
yeah, I don't think he's going to want to do taxes for us guys yet. We got to wait till we get our income up there a little bit. So,
Okay.
that
Yeah.
I think he's a little out of our league at the moment, but
That makes sense. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
you're welcome. All right, guys, any more questions? No? No? Okay. All right, Donna, send me a message and we'll figure out in the next day or two how to catch up. I don't know. I mean, even are you free this afternoon? What time is it? I might have a little time this afternoon even or
Okay.
tomorrow. You let me
Okay.
know. Send me a message and I'll get back with you.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. All right, guys, thanks for hopping on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate
Bye.
it.
Thank you.
Bye.